What's going on, guys? My name is Ken Ross. On YouTube I go by Kenny Games. Welcome back to another Madden 21 video. Today, if you're like me and at this point in the year you got a bunch of those NAT cards piled up within your binder, you don't know what to do with them. You can quick sell them for training, but you don't get very much for it. You can't sell them on the auction block. You can't trade them to another account. So what should you be doing with those cards, and what's the best way to maximize your profit from them? We're gonna break that down today. So since there's not too many things that you can do with these cards, you want to be really selective on what you do end up doing. You don't get very much training for the cards. And so when you have NAT cards that you can't put into any sets, I'd recommend you just quick sell them for training. If you're not using them, it's better to get the training from them than literally nothing at all. However, if you do have cards that you're able to get some things from, what you're going to want to do is add them to sets. And this is what I like to do most of the time. You just go to the exchange set and go to the player exchange. In here, obviously, you have all these lower tier ones. So if you have lower tier NAT cards, then go ahead and use it on here. But what I really like to do is come to like the 83, 84, and 85, 86 overall elite exchange. And usually as the year goes on, they'll add more to this set. So they'll add an 87, 88, an 89, 90, and so on and so forth as the card overalls continue to increase. For right now, it's really the 83, 84, and 85, 86 that I kind of focus on and just kind of play to whatever I have in my binder. And so if I have some 80 to 82s in my binder, which I actually do, so we're going to do one of these today, and I'm going to show you how this works. Just go ahead and try to add these to the sets. You see I have an 81 overall Julian Edelman. This will quick sell for like not very much training. So I'm just going to go ahead and add him. I'm going to add the overall 80 overall DJ Moore. And then actually to add the last card here, I'm going to have to exit out of that and then come back in. I'm going to add this George Kittle because I don't think I'm going to be using this George Kittle at all. I still need Khalil in my lineup. I still need Lawrence and Patrick Peterson, but at a later date when those guys are removed from my lineup, I can actually come back and do this set again. So I'm going to add George Kittle to the set. And then you pretty much get an 83 to 84 overall player from it. Just like that. It's super easy. This is auctionable and tradable. So you can actually take this and auction it and turn it into coins. And that's really the best part about this method, is that you can then go ahead and, as you can see, I got the Good Morning Madden pack. You can actually turn non-auctionable, non-tradable cards into auctionable, tradable cards that you can actually make coins from. And that's really the key part. It may not be a ton of coins. An 83, may go for not very much. But like when you get to these 85, 86s, and I actually don't have enough cards to do this right now. As you see, I'm still using AJ Terrell. I still use Trey Waynes. I still use Terrell Edmonds, Jeremy Chin. I don't use Adam Butler, so he is definitely on my short list of cards that I'm going to add to this. But once I upgrade my cornerbacks, which I plan on doing really soon, or my safeties, and these guys become unusable in my lineup, I'll be able to add them to the set. Once you add them to the set, you're getting a lot more value than whatever the training would be. And then you can just sell or auction or trade or sell for training if you want to do that, because I think you can actually maximize more by doing it that way as well. So really at the end of the day, that's the best way to use your NAT cards. If you don't have any other use for them and there's absolutely no sets that you can put them in, I'd recommend just selling them for training. Some cards you'll find in that weird kind of niche category where they just don't apply to literally anything. In the event that that happens, just go ahead and quick sell them for training. There's no other reason to keep them in your binder, but if you can add them to sets, do that. And don't just try to do this all at once. I'd recommend letting these build up over time and then kind of going back in time and doing this. You don't need to like do this as it happens. Like the day that these guys are removed from my lineup, I don't need to then suddenly come and add them to sets and need to maximize my coins that way. It doesn't have to happen all at once. Let it stack up a little bit. Do it all down the road. Don't worry about it like as it's going on. And eventually over time, you'll find that you have a decent amount of NAT cards that are saved up. You can add it to these sets, get actual auctionable or tradable cards from that, and then you can sell them on the auction block from there. And it makes it really easy. So that is my advice, guys. That's what I think you should do with NAT cards. If you have any other ideas or other ways that you like to maximize profit or maximize coins or training from your NAT cards, please leave them down in the comments. I like to make this a community, and people share ideas and people share experiences of what works best for them so that we can all benefit together as we try to build the best ultimate team possible without spending a dime. But I do want to thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please consider leaving a like rating. It helps me out and lets me know that you want more tip videos just like this one. Also subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate all the love and support lately. Thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, thanks for stopping by.